Hello, all you beautiful souls. Jules here, and happy Moon Day. What a fresh start of a week. And you know what that means? A fresh new astrology forecast. This is for your week of February 3rd all the way to the 9th. So, I can't believe that we're already in February. Oh my gosh, it's just like going so fast. And now the first quarter of 2025 is going to be the most challenging. Pluto has moved into Aquarius for the next 20 years. And Pluto reveals things in the shadows. It's also a trickster. The lowest vibration of Pluto is selfishness. Every Pluto era starts out with people playing into their egos. It can be hypnotic and seductive as well. And today we have Mercury in Aquarius trine with Jupiter in Gemini. Now today, Monday, is Jupiter's last day in retrograde in Gemini. And that began actually on October 9th, where Jupiter has been spinning retro. And Gemini rules duality. It's a split sign of the twin sisters. It looks like the Roman numeral 2. It's a split, but also a unity. It will now be out of retro, but still in Gemini until June 9th this year. Now, Jupiter is in its least favorite spot in Gemini. Venus also moves into Aries today, which is now Tuesday. And this is also Venus's least favorite spot. Aries is the warrior. They like to fight. They got that fire. And Venus is more about all that love, peace, and harmony and sensuality. So you can kind of see why the don't really go well together. So Venus will go retro and move between Pisces and Aries starting March 1st. So if you have something you want to get off your chest or tell the world, do it now by the end of the month before we get into the March Madness. It's going to be challenging, and we're also having 2 eclipses when March hits, so we will have a lot on our plate come springtime. And there's going to be a total lunar eclipse and an Aries solar eclipse in March. So it's going to be chaotic. Get your resources in alignment, whether it has to do with money or things you're trying to create, business plans. Just start lining that up and address your woes right now. I've got court coming up. That is coming up for me on February 11th. I got pulled over by the old Copperooskies. It was a female cop, so obviously I didn't get out of it. And she wrote me a ticket for a seatbelt, which I did have on, and a speeding ticket for going 93 in a 65. So that's the highest tier bracket for tickets. It's like 90. It's like whenever you go, like, I think it's like 30 miles or 25. There's like a whole bracket system they have for what fines you have to pay. Mine happens to be in the highest tier, obviously. So yes, I'm going to fight it, and yes, it ought to be fun. So I'll keep you guys posted. And also, another fun thing that I'm preparing to close this month is get my car inspected. So my tail or my front headlight went out. So what that entailed with my Lexus is every single light in the front now has to be fixed. And it's like $1,500 to fix all the little lights in front so that I can pass inspection. yeah, so that is what I am dealing with. And we don't even know if it's gonna work. Like, I bought everything from like the ballast to all the bulbs to new lenses, fog, high beam, and regular lens, and the turn signals, and these other little side lights. Like, there's so many lights in cars, it's ridiculous. Anywho, that is my wrapping up for this last year that poured into this year. New York has really weird like laws about driving. Back in California, you just have to get a smog check, and if your car passed smog, you're good to go, and then you do your registration, right? No, in New York, every freaking year they make you pay to get your car inspected so it's legal on the road. It's like a total fucking moneymaker. Anyways, I guess it keeps people's cars in check, since this is a state where your car's gonna fall apart because there's so much darn rust out here from the snow. Okay, I'm gonna get back on track, sorry. But basically, if you have things lingering, wrap them up this month. I know this is the month of love and relationships, but it's also a time to go ahead and get out of this backspin. I don't know if you feel like you've been going backwards, but retros tend to do that. No matter what sign they are in, they're going to affect that type of triad for that particular planet and the sign. So on Wednesday, we have a quarter moon, which is a quarter moon in Taurus. And with Taurus, they're about luxury and beauty. They're really creative artists as well. They're great at fixing things. I used to have an ex that was a Taurus. They're also very sensual and loving as well. So with Taurus quarter moon, we're going to go ahead and bring in some of that grounding energy. Tauruses like routine, so we're kind of halfway there until the full moon. And then align yourself with good people. If you're aligning yourself with good people, good things will come. And watch out for illusions this month. Masks that people wear, maybe you wear a mask. Are you the same person you are with one person to the other, or from work to home? And we all have parts of our life that go smoothly, you know, the liquid flow, we're just going along and everything's going good, no problems, and then bam, something happens. And then another little thing happens. And that's kind of what the planets in astrology do. They like to go back, they like to go forward, they like to mess with you a little bit, and they do it in specific aspects and parts in your life. And right now, it's all about navigating not only the good, but the bad with grace. No one's life is perfect, and I don't care how many pics people post of their glamorous lifestyle. It's not always so glamorous on the inside. So just remember that. You never know what people might be going through mentally. And a lot of times they really just don't show the bad. People don't feel comfortable showing the bad parts of their life. They only want you to see what they see themselves so high up on a pedestal sometimes, or nothing wrong can happen to them. Like they have a perfect little life with their perfect, family. And, it's not always like that. Sometimes we don't see things behind closed doors. So just be thankful and grateful for every day you're here, every day you're breathing, you wake up. We're given such a beautiful life to choose what to do with it. So let this month be a turning point. And I know that I really can't wait for this month to be over, because I anticipate things, I anticipate outcomes. Am I going to have to buy a new car? Am I going to have to pay a shitload of money to the court? These are all things that I'm not letting hang over my head anymore. Before, I would just worry and worry at night and